Hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I'm in the cabin right now because look at the wind speeds. Oh my gosh. And it's been going ever since breakfast this morning at 6 o'clock. Just ridiculous. Temperature's way down too. They said it's going to max out at 68 degrees today. But I don't know. This just isn't normal weather. Just definitely is not what we are used to. Even my neighbors are saying so. So, it's April 21st, 2021, 2:30 in the afternoon, or 2:38 in the afternoon. And we're going to get going with the video today because I got a few things to show you. All right, first of all, I got this little electric screwdriver in the mail today from a marketing company who contacted me through my friend Pierre from Heat Seeker Bus, who all just changed the name on that, and I forgot to write down what the new name is, so forgive me if I don't say it right now. But anyway, I will be plugging that in and charging it, and then we will do a review video on it, and I'll check things like torque and how well the thing works and how long it works on a battery charge. It's supposed to have a lithium battery in it, so we'll see. Anyway, the reason I pointed over here is this is my indoor controller, and I only have this here so I don't have to go outside to the battery room to see where the batteries are. Well, as you can see, it's actually when the arrow doesn't flash, that means it's floating. It's way above what's necessary for charging the batteries. They're at full charge, and there's still plenty of electricity coming in with the wind and the sun out there. So, that being said, I want to tell you, let me head on down the hallway here, and I have the air conditioning on full. And it's been running now for about 2 hours. And then thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up. I can run air conditioning all day long, all summer long, without it bothering the batteries whatsoever. Now remember, I didn't shut everything else. Oh, it's nice and cool right here. I didn't shut everything else off in the cabin just to run this test. Everything is still running. The refrigerator's running, lights are running, I can turn the TVs on. I've got plenty of power. So I've got my earbuds on because of the wind, and we're going to take a step outside, and I'm going to show you some things that I got accomplished even through the winds. These winds were 24 miles an hour yesterday. But that didn't stop me from trying to get things done. Of course, I practiced my four-letter words and my exclamations. Wow, it's windy out here. So anyway, you see the haze in the sky over there? That's all dust. Yeah, the dust is blowing across the desert. You can see it blowing over right over there, just down the road and stuff. But anyway, we're going to come in here to the battery room. I was traveling down the road. It was windy and cold. I saw a sign that said battery power for everyone. So naturally, I thought I would take me a look inside. Oh, all right. So look at this. Floating. No watts input, no amps output. 109 volts coming in from the solar panels. All right, down here, this is the wind turbine, the PMA. This is the wattage that it's putting out right now, but the batteries are full. So I don't need any power. Well, I took this apart and fixed it, and it's working. So I can actually hit that, and it turns on, the fan turns on automatically to keep my solenoid cool while it's doing that. And even with that running and the air conditioning running, so that's drawing power off of here right now and heating up this 500 watt, 500 watt, what do you want, a resistor. And there's heat coming off that already. So even with all of that, my batteries are still full. It's not even touching them. It doesn't care. And then on this one, let's see, voltage coming in 74.1 volts. Okay, so that one is also, let me get past here, that one is also on float. All right, so let me shut this off, and we're going to move on outside, and I'm going to show you why this one is saying 109 volts. Whoa. Sure was nice inside the room where the wind wasn't blowing. Anyway, look at the trees moving. Oh my gosh. This is my panels. And I did some modifications. Now these legs that are moving right here, that's because I've got a second part that's going to go in the ground, and then I'll drill some holes in there so that it'll be adjustable if I need to. But that's going to anchor. It's going to be in a concrete footing, one on each side. But look at this. I now have 6 panels here instead of the 4 that used to be here. So instead of building a whole new separate rack just to put 2 panels on it, I decided to go this way. And then I did the math and realized, well, I can tie even 4 of these together in one group of series and still not exceed the maximum input for the Midnight Classic 150. So I said, why not do 3 and 3? So that's what I have here. I have 3 and 3 going in, and that's why I'm over 100 volts going into the Midnight Classic. And with that 100 volts going in, I've got electricity to spare. So even if it looks like we're going to try this too, because my friend Andy's coming out to spend a few days here before he goes on his trip up the coast of California. And we're going to try running an extension cord from my battery room to his air conditioner on his motorhome and see if he can run his air conditioner, and I want to see what kind of drop I get. So it might be an interesting little thing, and I might have to shoot a video on that. Flag is still down because of the winds. I got tired of having to change a flag twice a month because the winds are shredding it. So it does say in the flag etiquette rules that you should take the flag down during inclement weather. And I have to say that this is inclement weather with the wind blowing. It's generating a lot of electricity that I don't need right now. But what the heck, you know? That's the way life is. All right, so I've got a little bit of time left here. And I will be finishing this rack up when the winds die down, because I had to cover those panels in order to make the connections, or change the connections and make the new connections. And you should never connect or disconnect solar panels under load. It could damage the panels. So I just finished answering somebody's comment about that just a little while ago, yesterday I think it was. And yeah, don't ever do that. So you can really damage your panels. And again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, when you're connecting a charge controller to your system, battery connects first. Always connect your battery bank to the controller first. That tells the controller what your battery power is, or what your amount of battery power is that you're going to be charging. So if you don't do that, the system does not know if you have a 12, 24, 36, or 48 volt system. So you have to connect that first. You could also damage the controller if you don't do that first. Connect the batteries first, then connect your solar, but do not connect the solar under load. Either do it at night after the sun sets or put a cover over the top of your panels. I had to use 3 blankets, big bedspreads from a king-size bed to cover all of those 6 panels, and I had to use spring clamps to hold them in place because this wind wanted to take them away. All right, so here we are. Look at my nice little peaches growing on the tree here. Peaches everywhere. I got loads of peaches, but not too many that the tree can't hold. Now, the pear tree, the flowers have come off and they're starting to set fruit. Now there's 5 pears here and 5 more pears here. For that little branch, that's too much. So I'm going to wait until the fruit sets, and then the underachievers, the smaller ones, will get plucked off, and the larger ones will stay to produce fruit. I would rather get 4 really good juicy pears off this tree than none at all. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to be done. Now see up here, I've got, this one looks like it's got right behind the leaves there, it looks like it's already starting to shape a pear out of that unit. So I'll be doing the same up there. This one really took off good. And look at this. This is my graft from my Sharon apple. And look at the sprouts on there. Let me come around this side. So yes, that is a successful graft. And this graft will produce apples on my pear tree. Okay. This one is still looking okay. It's got color, but it's not popping any buds really. It's got little tiny ones, but not popping any real buds. But hopefully that one will take. But if it does, I'm going to end up having to take this branch off because I didn't even pay attention when I was doing it. I was probably just in here trying to pass the time, and I put it right below this branch, and those two will cross and damage each other. So I'll end up pruning this branch off, but I'll take the scion from there and move it over to my other pear trees. All right, so apricot tree, growing like crazy, loving it out here. Tomatoes are not liking the wind and the dry air. They really aren't liking it. My lettuce has bolted and gone to seed, but that's okay. I need some seed. My celery didn't like the heat wave we had here for a few days. So what can I say? Here's my mandarin tangerine tree. It's showing real good signs of life. It's starting to get new growth on it. So that one will end up getting grafted also. My string beans died, but look at the grape clusters. Oh my gosh. Grape clusters everywhere. I am going to get a lot of grapes off of this thing this year. Gonna be delicious. I just love these grapes. They're seedless green grapes, and I tried grafting a Concord grape piece on here from those 2 down there that I just bought in December. I don't think either one of those has any life left in it, but I figured it's worth a try. If it doesn't work, well, what the heck. I'll let it heal with the piece in here. I'll prune that off and let it go for another year. All right, so this one, my peach tree has peaches, lots of peaches. So this one's going to be doing well too. See the peaches up here? I'll be getting some good peaches from there. I got some beets coming up, and what's growing there beats me. All right, my cucumbers have stunted their growth, but this one is coming off today and going in a salad for dinner or supper, whatever you want. My cabbage has sprouted and gone to seed, but that's okay. I'll keep one for seed, and the other one, I cut one down from, well, 2 already. No, 1 down from over there. And I feed them to the chicks and the chickens. They love them. I got a couple of new sprouts coming up here that actually, I'm not sure what they were. Those are just seeds that got dropped around here, right? All right, so let's move around. My new little fig tree's doing okay. These 2 volunteers that come from the peach tree, They're doing okay. And my non-king cherry is doing okay. So should be getting something out of here. Here's my avocado. This graft is taken. This graft doesn't look like it's taken, but I'm going to let it sit for a little while longer because it's still green. It hasn't gone bad and brown on me. All right, moving along. My strawberries and my peppers coming up just great. And I do have peppers on here. I got peppers over there in the Poblanos, and I got peppers over here in the Anaheims. I got 3 Anaheims on this unit, so those will go into one of the dinners. My spinach, well, it's starting to get a little bit weird for spinach this year. This grapevine is starting to grow up and trying to catch up with the other guys. That grapevine is already sprouting, and it looks like it's going to have grapes on it this year. Probably 1 or 2 clusters, that's all. It's too small to really do much more than that. Oh, past this tree over here. Look at the sprouts coming off of my graft here. Yep, that's a good graft there, and I think that's Fuji apple. So that one took. This one's got some buds popping on it, and that's a Bosque pear. That's from that other tree over there. This one, let me get that out of the way. Look at the nice little green bud on there. Okay, and that's from the Bosque pear also. So that graft took. This is the Sharon apple, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, this is Fuji apple. So this one is young. It just went on. So it's going to take some more time before it shows if it's producing or not. These up here are showing signs of buds popping on them. And this one here, he's got a bud popping on it. So looks like all of those grafts took. And I'm going to turn this non-productive tree into a productive tree. That's a good thing. Okay, moving down the line. Look at my fava beans. Look at that, huh? I got fava beans growing. Loads of them. They're getting tall, getting strong. Yep, gonna have some fun there. This tomato came back. Gonna let it go. On this pear tree, look at this. There's a Bosque pear graft, and it's got green popping out of the top of it. That's a successful graft. This one's got a bud popping. That's a successful graft. Oh, excuse me. This is a bud graft, and I've got to open it up. Oh, I got some dust down my throat. All right, this is Sharon apple, and it does have a bud popping on this side of it. So that one might take. It looks like it has. I'm going to be producing a lot of stuff along the line here. There's my kiwi tree. There's my blueberry. And there's my heritage raspberry. These that are sticking in there. Oh, excuse me. These that are sticking in there are just branches I cut off of that pear tree and stuck them in the soil just for the heck of it. It doesn't look like they took, so because I didn't take all the leaves off of them and they dried out. But I'm going to leave them a little while longer and then see if they do take. And I'll just plant them out in the desert and see if they keep growing or not. All right. So anyway, that looks like a raspberry down there it's a volunteer that just popped in, but something's been getting at the leaves of it. I'll have to find out what's doing that. Garlic aplenty. Got lots of garlic going here. And I got a volunteer there that looks like it might be watermelon. So I'll keep watering that and see if I can get something out of it. My little volunteer tree here that I pulled out of a ground down in Orange County and stuck in there. It's grown like crazy. And all my herbs are doing really well. So, hey, Letty, if you need some more oregano and some dill and cilantro and parsley and all that kind of stuff, give me a holler when you can stop by and pick it up. And I still have those 3 light fixtures for you, so you can grab those. All right, let's move down here really quick because this is getting to be a long video. Catnip aplenty. And I got this little volunteer lemon tree over here. And on these grafts over here, this one's got a bud popping on it. And this long graft, I was surprised, but it looks like it took because it's got buds starting to graft on it. And that one I just put on, that's Fuji apple. It came off of Andy's tree. And I put that one on the 11th. And it looks like it's doing really well. We'll see. A little bud chip graft there that's taken. This one, I don't know. It's turned a little bit on the brown side, so it probably did not take. That's probably a failed graft. But this bud graft right here, bud chip graft, has got a good little bud on it. So that one probably took, and I'll be okay with that. And that's the same as that. So always put more than one graft on your tree, so if one fails, the other one will take. Or hopefully it will anyway. So anyway, got all of that. All of this other stuff has died from the heat in here, except for my citrus trees. They've got fresh growth going on them. So I'm going to let those sit around for a while. This is my sweet potato vine. I'm going to have sweet potatoes under there. And I still got to come in here and dig through the ground and get the potatoes out of this soil. Now I haven't been watering this. This is dry. So let's see. Oh, I'm feeling something. Oh yeah. I got some little potatoes in there. So those work great for soups and stews. And this one's got a little bit of green to it. So that'll end up going back in the soil for a seed. And I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's some little ones in here. So anyway, I think what happened with this potatoes was that they were doing great while the temperatures were cooler, and it was only getting up to 90 degrees in here. But then all of a sudden, the temperatures got warmer and it jumped up to 140 in here, and they didn't like it. All right, so I got some grafts on these trees. I need to cut the plastic off of them and see how they're doing. Put these on quite a while ago. And these are tangerine grafts going on these grapefruit and lemon and lime trees. So we'll see how they do. Now this one I know got nailed by the wind and it's just loose, so it didn't take and it's probably dead. That's why I brought those other grafts up that I have, or the scions that are sitting in the bucket over by the door. Carrots, they're starting to dry out, and they're all baby carrots. I didn't thin them enough, but I'll still get carrots out of there. Maybe make some carrot cake, carrot bread, or stews and soups and things like that. I'm going to have to really thin the heck out of this this stuff and start feeding some to the chickens. All right, everybody. Just wanted to catch you up to date on everything that's been going on around here. And Andy will be here on Friday. I'm pretty sure that's what he said was Friday. So we'll see. And we'll have some new adventures going on. And I'm going to be going out to some local places in the California desert, some gold mining towns and things like that. We'll do some videos of that, and we'll let you know what's going on. This is G-Bear, thanking you for joining me. Please don't forget the thumbs up down there, and don't forget to subscribe. G-Bear signing off.